Many popular characters are praised and idolized as role models because of how strong they are. It's natural to want to self-improve or look up to others with strength. But these characters have a lot of negative traits.
You've never kissed someone?
Huh? No, of course not. Why?
You're married and have children!
Often leading to neglecting their loved ones. They're viewed as flat-out flanderized parodies of what they once represented. Instead, you should give more attention to someone who by his modesty alone makes him a far better example to follow. That being Takumi Fujiwara. We know Fujiwara as this amazing racing legend, the ghost of Akina, practically invincible on the downhill with freakishly exceptional talent. But who is he really? And how did he get so good? In this video, we're analyzing just who is Takumi, his personality, and how you can be more like him. By the end, you'll be on your way to becoming a legend yourself. It's easy to just look at one's car and assume that is what's able to win any race. However, we see all through initial D that it all truly begins with the driver, which is why you should be aware of your dress and grooming. And by grooming, I'm referring to how you present yourself and not what popular streamers get accused of.
This is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
I'm talking about washing your face, brushing your hair, and clipping your nails. Shave your facial hair to something nice looking. The way you dress should be simple. Nothing flashy, but is still fashionable. Make sure it's clean. Depending on where in the world you're from, dress to fit in a simple or casual wear. Simplicity is key. It shouldn't break the bank. You don't need to go around in a suit like it's the 1920s or sleeveless tops, always showing off your muscles like these wannabe alpha gurus will tell you. Remember to wash your clothes, yourself, and
clean your room!
A big aspect of Fujiwara's personality is how he comes off passive or aloof. However, this is a misconception of his character. He's just a very relaxed individual, and also sleep deprived. Please get plenty of rest. Sleep will help a lot in this section. Otherwise, you're more likely to become more irritable or less focused. It does a great deal of good to not let the small things get to you. Life is stressful enough as is, so getting easily upset or tense over the small stuff will only grow into a big outburst. People don't just suddenly snap. It's a long process that builds up. So when you get stressed, do some breathing exercises. It's important you learn this now. It'll be key when we cover deeper driving topics. Follow the rule of 4. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. And hold for 4 seconds. Then repeat until you feel yourself able to calm down. This technique is called box breathing and helps to calm your nervous system of stress, even when other people come off brash or annoying.
Okay, first of all, don't call it a curve. People in the know call it a corner.
You're more likely to get by unbothered this way. Plus, people will find you easy to get along with. Being a good person also means being nice to others. Too often, the clout chasers and other narcissists claim to be kind, but don't actually care about others, especially you. It's all about themselves. Not to mention all these so-called alphas that act like showing off is the best way to live when all it does is make an ass of yourself. If you have a hard time being kind to servers, retail workers, or really anyone in a blue-collar job, then you've got some serious work to do. Support your friends when they need it. Don't be so quick to laugh at their misfortune. Be that shoulder others can cry on.
The truth is, I actually envy you in a lot of ways, Itsuki.
What? You envy me? How can you lie right to my face?
I'm not lying about anything. You're still in high school and you have the freedom to go anywhere you want in your own car. Do you realize how awesome that is?
Being nice even to strangers will also keep from creating enemies, unlike some other popular characters. However, being nice doesn't mean being a pushover if it comes down to a situation you need to confront someone, and this being a very last resort. Then take swift, decisive action.
I always hate remembering that.
Being kind isn't the same as being weak. Whether you stand up for a friend or others unable to defend themselves, you must be able to assert yourself but remain in control as you do so. Again, you must keep in control over your actions at all times, or at least as often as you can, because we're all still human. Even Fujiwara can lose control sometimes. Too much happens nowadays where disagreements end up in fights, or even shootouts.
2 different teenagers were killed by stray bullets while watching races just about an hour apart.
Once the moment has passed, it's time to relax again. This will add a layer of mystery and intrigue that will draw people to you much like those popular anime characters people look up to. Mastery is key. Remember the inspiration on Peter Cullen's take on Optimus Prime.
A hero be a real hero. Be strong enough to be gentle.
You don't need to fight some giant battle or in a war to be a real hero. Sometimes just helping someone who is feeling down is enough.
So I heard the big news, man, about the big gum tape deathmatch. You kicked his butt.
Yeah.
Next, find something that you're skilled in or passionate about. No one wants to hang around a bum who doesn't have any real skills. nor a workaholic that has no time for themselves. Find a passion in life and make goals to build on that dream.
Hang on to your dreams, Chip. The future is built on dreams. Hang on.
Even if you dislike something you're skilled in at first, change your mindset around it like Fujiwara did about driving.
For your technique to be as solid as it is, you've got to have practiced for years. Why would someone drive like that if he's not an honest-to-God street racer? Stop denying it, pal. No one gets as good as you if they hate driving. You love it as much as I do.
No, you're wrong. You wouldn't understand.
I understand fine. It's you that doesn't get it. You think someone who hates racing could ever master drifting? Only someone who loves this crap could pull that off. Someone who breathes exhaust for breakfast. You might not know it. Maybe you can't face it, but you're a racer. Look, deep down inside, everything about you loves driving. It's obvious. I don't know how you can't see it. But since you love it, then you are a racer. At least enough of one to do what you gotta do. That's something you should be proud of. You got the skills.
The worst you could do is toss aside your gifts. But if you have something else you enjoy and are good at, then you could always pursue that goal instead. Just be consistent. If you aren't talented in what you enjoy, then still put in the practice. Even talented people need to train and hone their craft to be better. No matter how good you get at driving or anything in life, really, always be modest. A little humility goes a long way. For instance, be happy for the success of others and not putting people down because they have a car or mod you dislike. You can come off so pleasant to others that it makes it hard to people to say no.
We can exchange some ideas and maybe even make some friends. Sure, we'll probably let a few team secrets slip here and there, but in the long run, I think we'll all be able to improve.
If he's gonna put it so damn politely, how are we supposed to say no?
No one likes a bragger. You should let your skills do the talking for you, otherwise you'll always have more people looking forward to your failures. And like watching the downfall of an overconfident villain, people will view your defeat the same way. Also, it's not a good way to get girls. At least quality women. We'll go more into this topic another time. Being modest even in defeat will add to your likability and more popular among people. Becoming a legend people strive to be. I'm sure most of you are wanting to know the driving part to actually become a racing legend like Fujiwara. Let's go back to when he began. He started driving to help his dad with their tofu shop while in middle school.
My son Takumi's delivering tofu to the hotels now.
Wait, what did you say? Since when?
I guess about 5 years now.
While what his father did could be considered child abuse, which we don't condone, it did give Fujiwara years of experience over his peers. But I understand most of you are older than that.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19 years old? Man, I just turned 26 this year. I swear, if I had your technique when I was 19, there's no telling what I would have accomplished.
But we'll follow a similar method. Pick up a driving job. Something like DoorDash, Uber, or whatever that allows you to drive your own car. Have the car you drive one you want to get good with. Next, work at least 6 days a week, especially evenings and nights. Every so often try to work in the morning so you can get a clear view of the roads. Studying every corner, intersection, side street, and so on. Now drive. Drive. And keep driving. Oh, some of you are complaining? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were the expert here. Now push yourself to your limits and tolerance behind the wheel. Keep driving until you get sick of driving. Do this for at least 6 months to a year until it starts feeling stale, dull, and boring. And then, start trying new things.
Then you mastered the downhill in only about a year, is that right?
Well, being on it every day, the nervousness vanished pretty quickly. I had nothing else to do out there, so when I started getting bored with the drive, I'd see how close I could get to the guardrails without touching.
That's insane! Why would you do that?
If you did this right, then with all your newfound driving experience, you should have a good idea on just about everything in your area across several cities. Secluded roads, hills, potholes, gutters, police hangouts, the times when traffic flows are light and heavy, and the ability to navigate through all kinds of side streets. Even the timing of the traffic lights. All this regardless of the season or weather.
Since junior high, you've been driving every day on Mount Akina. Snow, rain, nothing mattered. You got out there and you drove.
And congrats, you have your own home course. You'll be surprised by how many people will try to race you if you have a semi-decent looking car. Either from Honda, Dodge, or Chevy to name a few. You might even come across a Mazda RX in your travels. Always be aware there is a risk of being caught by the police or ending up in an accident. Even professionals can have things happen to them. By this point, the former is the most you'll need to worry about, as even making a turn too fast can catch their attention. The idea is also to know your car, its strengths, adjusting where it's lacking, tuning it to suit your driving style with the money you earn from those driving jobs.
Believe me, she'll run forever if I have anything to say about it. I'm in love with this car.
Get involved in local car groups or online communities that can help you with your ride. It'd be best if you can find some kind of mentor.
Mr. Fujiwara, please teach me to drive Mount Hawkins downhill like you.
I'm sorry, that's just not possible.
Well, a willing mentor that can help you refine your driving technique. Because it's not about the car, but becoming a better driver regardless of what car you drive. That was the point of the 8.6, to train Fujiwara to become a better driver. And most of all, just be yourself, even if driving isn't for you. Apply the advice in this video towards something you do enjoy and you'll do fine. It's great to have a role model to learn from, but you should always strive to be your own person. That will help you be happy with yourself, to have your unique identity and personality that stands out. Besides, you're not Fujiwara, and never will be. He started out driving since 13, and his dad has connections that even I question how it's possible. Don't be an Itsuki who desperately wanted to be like his friend. Be the Fujiwara of your own life. You're you. Be proud of who you are. You may have skills and talents you have yet to discover, but I know you can find them and be a better person because of it. Never give up on your dreams. The future is built on dreams. While it won't be an easy road to walk, it always begins with proper planning, determination, and taking that first step. Just know it won't be an easy road to travel, and most of you will give up before reaching that level. But to the few that do persist, you'll be on your way to the top. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, then please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to keep up to date for more content on the way. Remember, it's important to have good positive role models, but it's even better when you can be one to others.